Hi Bloomers, welcome back to my channel. First of all, I wanted to say thank you to all of you who have reached out to me over the last week. I'm completely overwhelmed with beautiful messages. Unfortunately, I'm not able to reply to all of them as fast as I would like to, but please know that I will. I will reply individually to all of you, even the ones who were just reaching out to share your own stories. But if you see that I'm not getting back to you in the space of 3 or 4 days, please feel free to reach out to me again. It might be that your message just got scrolled down to the list of all my messages on my inbox. But I really wanted to say thank you. Thank you for all your love. Thank you for all your support. It means the world to me. And it's just validation for the work that I do. And it really makes me happy that you feel confident to share all your stories with me, and that you trust my own guidance and the guidance from my team. So I wanted to send you a lot of love and a lot of light, and really say that I really, really appreciate all your support. Having said that, I am bringing you today my first vitamin intake for the awakened souls. If you follow my blog, you know that I'm passionate about soul mission, right, and soul focus. That's my main thing. That's what I really want to bring out into the collective at the moment. Soul activation as well. I've noticed that happens with a lot of my clients, that they feel something activated within them after having a session with me, and that has been a beautiful and amazing experience to have with all of you. I really want to say a big thank you to Ivy Turner for doing what she's doing at the moment. She's coming up with beautiful readings for the whole collective, and I was truly happy that she embraced the waves the way I did with my blog as well. If she hadn't done it, I wouldn't have the freedom to focus on soul mission and to guide you on onto your own soul mission as well. So Ivy, I'm sending you a lot of love. You're doing a wonderful job. I'm so proud of you, and thank you for all that you do for the collective. So I'm still struggling with a bit of a sinus infection, so bear with me, please. But I'm going to do my best to bring out all the messages that my guides are giving me. This reading will be mostly to discuss what is a soul focus for the week as a collective, what we're all trying to achieve as a collective, and how that translates into physicality, how the divine feminine and the divine masculine can apply their own spiritual technology to achieve a common target for the whole collective, right? We all go through the same journey, but it translates differently to the divine feminine and the divine masculine, obviously, because we all go through different stages. So I will be discussing the main soul focus for the whole collective, and then I will approach how the feminine energies can work through that energy to achieve that, and then I'll touch the masculine energy as well. So the main focus for this week is trust, and not so much trust on the outside world or trust external sources, but very much about inner trust. Trusting ourselves, trusting our own intuition, trusting the guidance from our team, trusting the downloads that we receive from our higher self, right? And that's very important at the moment. The way Spirit works with us is, imagine, if you were to ask something to them, if you were to ask, should I do this? And they say yes, then it's a solid yes, okay? So you should follow it and take physical action towards what it is that you want to achieve. On the other hand, if you feel the need for go check with them the day after and ask again, should I do this? They're probably going to say no. And it's quite simply because you're not ready. If you need to doubt and ask a second time, it's because you're not ready, right? So it works the same with our intuition. So imagine if your intuition is feeding you a lot of information and you are able to understand it, process it, and follow it with your own action, physical action, then a bond of trust is created between you and your higher self, you and your guides, you and your intuition. And so it's a flow of energy constantly moving between you and them, right? If, on the other hand, you don't trust enough to follow it, then it might happen that you feel disconnected at times. You feel like your guides are not providing the information that you need, and that your intuition is actually on pause for a while, right? So there's a need to develop this bond of trust between you and your own intuition, and for you to be able to absorb all the information that they're giving you and follow with action, really blindly trusting it to be what you need to hear at that moment, even if sometimes it doesn't make sense to you, right? But it's very important that that bond of trust is developed between you and your higher self, and you and your team as well. And that comes from within, right? Trusting that all the information you're receiving is accurate. It is exactly what you need to receive at this point. And just taking physical action towards it. There is a need to almost transcend the fact that we receive information just for ourselves. That's why there are so many readers and so many teachers coming out now with new information, because there's a need for us to share with the whole collective. What's happening with the divine feminines is very much across the board. Maybe it doesn't resonate with the whole collective, but it will resonate with your immediate cluster, right? And so there's a need for sharing that information with the collective in any way possible, using social media. If you feel guided to start a channel, to start a blog, there are so many starting blogs now. I'm so happy to see how we're all touching in different areas, because we all have something extra to add to the journey, right? And so there's a need for us to step out of hoarding all that information and hoarding all those emotions and feelings, and to share with other people, because we all go through different stages of the journey, right? But all in all, it is the same journey, and the information that you have within yourself and the one you receive from your guides and from your own intuition might be able to help other people as well. So there's a need to trust that information is being provided to you, and taking physical action of sharing it in any way possible. The other thing that they wanted the soul focus to be was about standing firm in your own convictions, right? And they really wanted to express the upside of the pain and the hurt that we experience, right? So most of us think that we go through painful experiences just to learn how to be strong, how to be stronger, right? And to be able to survive the things that happen to us. And they really wanted to bring out the message that we are not supposed to get strong with our experiences. We are actually supposed to get softer, more gentle, right? Because you can only be strong until a certain point, because if you keep standing firm and being so strong, chances are you're going to break down a few times, right? And so for every painful experience that we go through, we must learn how to be gentle and to be softer, right? So we can be flexible and we can bend when things happen to us. So there's a need to stand in your own grace, stand in your own wisdom, but never forget the gentle and the soft side of you. And this applies to the masculine and the feminine together, you know. It's really a need for us to be more flexible, to be softer, to be kinder. Even though we went through traumatizing and painful experiences, the lesson we need to learn is how to be softer, not how to be stronger and stand up to the challenge, because we will in our own softness and in our own uniqueness, right? So that was the sole focus for this week. Really learning how to trust yourself, trust your intuition, trust your guidance, share as much as possible, in any way possible, with the whole collective, using social media, sharing your dreams, sharing your intuition, sharing your own twin flame journey as well with other people. That would be very beneficial for everybody, but mostly for you. So you can develop that trusting bond with your own inner guidance. And that's really being asked of you now. There is a moment here where we're all feeling almost like a necessary pause, this place of neutrality, right, where we are having a break at the moment. I talked about this the other day. If you can imagine the twin flame journey as being a roller coaster ride, we've been throughout the year, and it was a really, really heavy year, at least for me in my own personal experience. It's been the fastest and the hardest stretch of the ride, right? It's been so fast, and everything was happening without us having time to process and integrate the whole information, right? And now it's almost like we came into this place of being calm and peaceful, right? And having time for ourselves, time to revise our own emotions, time to declutter as well our own emotions, and to look back on the whole journey and understand that it's been a tough year, but we learned so much and we evolved so much, not just individually, but as a collective. There's a very strong force of everybody coming together. There's a big wave of support. So many people are coming out to help with this whole journey that it's beautiful to see. It's amazing to see how many are feeling guided to come out of their own comfort zone. I mean, I relate to that as well. I'm extremely uncomfortable on camera. You know, I like being in my own bubble, listening to music and writing for hours. But I was really called to do this since August. And it took me a while to get ready, but I'm here now. And so we're all being called to come out of your comfort zone and share your skills, share your experience, share your knowledge and all the guidance that you receive, right? So there's a stepping into this quiet place now, peaceful place now, where we all get to have a break and focus on what we have achieved this year and how we want to start the new year. What do we want to bring into the new year? What do we want to manifest in our lives, right? For a few weeks now, I almost feel like God went and, you know, turned up the volume on the law of attraction, and we're all on crack now, right? So for a while, it's almost like things took a while to see them translating from 5D to 3D, right? And now it's almost like we think about something and the next minute, bang, it's happening, right? So I call it the law of attraction on crack. And so this is almost manifesting immediately in front of us as we desire something, as we wish for something, as we think of something. It immediately manifests in front of our eyes, right? Even through dreams, you might have dreams they are very vivid and very clarifying. And then things start to happen in physicality right in front of your eyes. So embrace this place of quietude now, and take it as a break now to really trust your intuition and come out of your comfort zone to come and share with other people. So this was the main focus for the whole collective. And now I'll be touching how the divine feminine is being called to do this, and how she can use her own skills to better embrace this soul focus. The divine feminine is very much in a heart space at the moment. It's beautiful to see. And we're stepping out of this, exactly what I was talking about. We're stepping out of this hoarding, almost, sensation, hoarding our feelings and emotions, and just being able to express them freely to other people. And the way we do that is by embracing gratitude every day. So many times we feel guided and protected, but not always we're able to show gratitude for it. Sometimes we actually take it for granted that we feel entitled to be guided. We feel entitled to be protected, and we are. But we shouldn't see it like that, right? We shouldn't take it for granted. We should show gratitude every day for all the support that we get from the whole collective, but also from your own intuition, from your own inner guidance, right? And so as you start to develop that gratitude, you start to deepen the bond between you and your own intuition. Not just the trust, but the gratitude, right, that you can show, that you've been through so many situations, and yet you came out of all of them, right, in the best way possible. And that was because you followed your intuition, you followed your own guidance, right? And so it's really important that we take all this wave of love now, in this heart space that the divine feminine is finding themselves now, and really express that gratitude in any way possible, and not just towards our guides, but also towards other people, right? Using our skills, using our spiritual technology to help other people. And we do that by sharing our own experiences, right? I posted something about my new free counseling sessions. It's something that it's really dear to my heart. Because I went through the whole experience of having to lose someone to cancer, right? And so I know what it is to be on the outside, but I experienced the pain from the patient as well. And so for me, it's within my heart's desires to support other people through the journey, people who are going through through stages of cancer, but also to support family members and friends around, and partners, love partners, who are going through that. So that's something that came from my heart's desire, right? Something that built up inside of me for many, many years. And I find myself in a place where now I have the necessary spiritual technology to support other people in that. So, excuse me, for the divine feminine would be really important for you to dig deep into your heart's desires. What is it in your own experience that gave you the right tools to assist other people? How can you give to other people something that you wish you had when you went through that journey, right? Through that event in your life. I wish I would have had some spiritual guidance when my dad was going through it. You know, but obviously we can't change the past, but I needed that experience in my life so I could develop myself and develop the necessary skills to help other people. So just take this moment to really understand how you can use your own experience, how you can find a meaning for the pain that you went through, and how you can apply it by helping other people now who are going through the same. By providing the assistance and the support that you wish you had when you went through it, right? So it's a really beautiful energy for the divine feminine. It's all about the desires, the heart's desires, the soul desires, right? It's all about us coming into this place of trust and gratitude and really embracing all of that energy and translating it to the outside world. and helping humanity, right? That's what we're all being called. You know, the whole of humanity, a lot of people ask me this, the whole of humanity will go through an awakening, just like the one we went through as well. Us as twin flames, we have the responsibility of guiding them because we go through it before they do, right? So it's almost like we're the guinea pigs on this journey, and we learn so much and we go through all of this so we can guide other people, right, through their own awakenings. I was actually listening to someone who's really, really young the other day. She's only 17 and she's going through a spiritual awakening now. And there's so much information out there nowadays. And I'm happy for it because I didn't have that information back then when I was going through what I was going through, right? We just had to really follow our intuition and do the best that we could. But we didn't have internet to go and check online what's happening to me, right? And there was not a lot of people around us that we could trust and just confide in them and explain what was happening to us in a way that they could, you know, help us and support us in our own awakening. So it's really important that we know that responsibility that we have as twins is to support the whole of humanity going through their own awakening. And we must do it with kindness and compassion and so much understanding for what they're going through because we've been there, right? So yeah, Divine Feminines, it's all about the heart's desires. Trust your intuition. Declutter your emotions. Stop hoarding your own guidance and just express gratitude to the universe by helping and supporting other people. And really dive deep and think, what is it in your own unique experience that brought you here today? And what was that event in your life that made you wish you had some support and you didn't? And see how you can translate that into your own soul mission by helping other people, assisting other people with the support that you wish you had before. That's how I want to put it. Now, it's interesting to see because on the Divine Feminine side, and I'll take a picture of the spread for all of you to see afterwards. But the feminine side is very much about green, the heart space, but there's also a lot of passion. There's a lot of orange and yellow and purple. But for the masculine side, it's all purple, right? It's all about them getting in touch with their crown chakra and developing their own spiritual technology. And it's so beautiful to see because I actually got the card of the empathy. And I was talking about this with one of my clients the other day. That's exactly what they are developing now, right? Finding the balance, like I said before, finding the balance between being strong and soft, right? How can we be soft enough to bend along the journey without being too stiff, too strong, you know, so strong that we would break if something would happen to us. We must be able to be gentle and soft and flexible, right? And so the masculine is going through that, developing their own empathy towards other people by their own experiences, by the skills that they have achieved in their own journey. And so it's almost like they need to develop this this warrior type within them, but still remaining a king, right? Finding that soft balance between their masculine energies and the feminine energies so they can blend them together and find how they can stand firm but be soft, right? Like I always say, be nice but take no crap kind of thing. So it's what the masculine is going through now. Just finding the balance between what happened to them and how they can still apply their spiritual technology without relying on the pain and the hurt that they experienced, right? Because we must be able to leave all of that behind if we want to move on. And the way we let go of the past, when we let go of the past lets go of us as well. But it starts with us. We must be able to really let go and create space for new things to come into our lives, right? And so the masculine is releasing a lot of that old energy so they can create new space to manifest new things in their lives. And this happens through empathy, through understanding that other people go through the same as them, and how they can rely and resonate with other stories, right? Resonate with other people and see that this is happening as a collective. So it's really beautiful. It's really stepping into they got the prince card, the archetype of the prince. So it's really them stepping into this powerful place, but being soft and gentle and romantic and a gentleman, right? It's just really balancing the energies, how they can be a true gentleman now without being affected by all the pain and the hurt that they experienced before, right? How they can love again and trust other people without relying on their experiences from the past that weren't so pleasant. And so they're having this stepping into faith, but very much connected with their own intuition now. It's beautiful to see. And it's them starting to follow as well, because they're also going through a lot of messages through dreams, a lot of signs during the day, right? For us females, it's a little bit easier to surrender and trust. I mean, you just look at men reading instructions to build anything and you'll understand what I'm talking about, right? They take a little bit longer to embrace advice and guidance, but they're really stepping into this place where they're doing it now, right? They're having faith on what's happening to them to be what they need to experience now. And that's creating a bond of empathy between them and other people. They can see themselves in other people, and they're starting to see other people within them as well. And this works also the way they are seeing the divine feminine now. They are recognizing parts of themselves in the divine feminine by seeing them shining bright, like I said the other day. That's how you help other people. You shine bright. You get into this space of being so happy and so content that people have to ask you, why are you so damn happy all the time? Right? What are you doing? Why are you glowing? Why does your life sail smoothly the way it does, right? And so they're identifying those sides of themselves in their divine feminines as they see them growing, expanding, helping other people, supporting other people, coming out of their own comfort zone, right? Because we're all being called to do that. But it very much starts with the divine feminine, showing that, shining that into the world, and reminding the divine masculine of who they are and what they're capable of. And so it's beautiful to see that they're really stepping into that place of being able to recognize so many sides of themselves within the divine feminines, and feeling inspired to do something as well, feeling inspired to step out of their comfort zone and help other people, support other people through their own experiences, right? You will, if you actually have a look into what I said about soul mission, how you can think about how one experience in your life really shaped you, impacted you in a way that you would like to make a difference. I'm so sorry. If you can step into that place, you will understand that there's a common theme between you and your twin, right? For instance, mine is cancer related. But if you can identify that experience within you and what it is that you want to change in the world, then you will see that your twin shares the same heart's desires, like it was shown for the divine feminine. So divine masculine is really going through that now, having the vision, having the faith, and building up that trust as well. that they've been through what they've been through in order to develop this empathy, in order to resonate with other people, in order to be able to see themselves in other people, acknowledge their own spiritual technology now, and finally embrace their uniqueness. You know, the fact that they are different from everybody else, the fact that they don't fit into their group of friends anymore, the fact that they don't fit in their jobs anymore, maybe. But it takes a while for them to understand that they have outgrown their own environment, right? We, as feminines, went through that a while back. And now it's really time for them to step into that faith, have that vision, and understand that the fact that they don't feel satisfied, and the fact that they feel this void that can never be filled, and the fact that they feel incomplete, it's just because they are still trying to fit this new version of themselves into something that doesn't resonate with them anymore. Like I said before, their group of friends, their family, their jobs, whatever it is. But there's really this stepping into this understanding that something needs to change, right? That a revolution is needed, a shift is needed in their immediate environment. And they're taking action towards it. Absolutely inspired by what's happening with the Divine Feminine as well, but also inspired by other Divine Masculines who are taking charge, taking action, and being in control of their own lives. So yes, it's beautiful to see. Let me see if I have any other messages for you. Grace. Grace. Be graceful. Embrace all your grace. And understand that you could have all the reasons. I actually discussed this with one of my clients this week. You probably have a huge list of reasons why you should be bitter, and you should be angry, and you should be disappointed and frustrated with your life. But you know, you were able to overcome all of that with so much beauty and so much grace that today it made you who you are. It made you soft and kind and compassionate and able to understand what other people go through without judgment, but with so much love in your heart that you just want to extend your hands and support them and assist them, you know. So embrace the graceful side of you. Embrace all the grace that you have within you. Embrace all your blessings. Embrace even the last positive things that happen in your life. And just trust that they're happening for a reason. It's for your own evolution. There's no evolution, there's no progress without contrast. I'd say it so many times, but it really is true. If we weren't confronted constantly with contrast and adversity, then we wouldn't develop ourselves, right? We would just stay stuck in the same place without developing our own spiritual technology. So really embrace grace. Trust yourself, trust your own intuition. Step out of your comfort zone and extend your hand to help other people. And get ready for your soul mission, because it's coming for so many of us now. And I won't get tired of talking about it ever, because it's my passion. But it's coming for so many of us now, and I hope I can always inspire you to follow yours by following mine. And I will share my journey always with you, so you can feel comfortable to come out and play with me as well. So those were the messages I had for you today. I hope they empowered you, and I hope there was a soul activation within you today with the messages that I brought. I'm sending you a lot of love and a lot of light, and I'm praying that you all are brave enough to follow your soul mission and embrace the soul focus for this week. Lots of